Hello everybody, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. Now it's been about a month or maybe a month and a couple of days since I did my bare root treatment on my starfruit that had just turned into a bunch of twigs. So I thought a month later would be a good time to have a look at it and see what the progress has been and what sort of problems there will or won't be. So let's see if we can manage to take this cover off one-handed. Might be a little bit easier said than done, I would say. Sorry, not a one-handed job. Okay. Now, so this was literally, if you watch my previous video, was just a bunch of twigs on one branch when it was put in here. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of fresh new growth on it now. So it's doing quite well. Now there are some issues with it. One of the problems with doing a bare root treatment on a plant which is very sickly and dying is the reason you're doing it is because the roots have deteriorated to a level where they're not supporting the top growth anymore, and the top growth all dies off. Now it's a sort of a bit of a chicken and the egg situation really, because what tends to happen is you clean it, you take it down to bare roots and see what roots you've got left, hopefully some good ones. But because the roots are in such poor condition, they won't support any new top growth. So what tends to happen is the plant tries to put out new growth, like this here, and it simply dies. And here you can see the end of the shoots here. A lot of dieback on the shoots here. What tends to happen is it tries to put out new shoots, and the new shoots simply curl up and die because the roots aren't supplying them with any moisture or nutrients. But as I said, it's a bit of a chicken and the egg situation, which comes first, because the roots really need to be fed by photosynthesis from the leaves, but you haven't got any leaves on the plant because it's all died off. So what tends to happen is the plant tries to send out a little bit of new growth, and quite a lot of it will just die and shrivel up, and then as the roots start to recover, you'll start to get 2 or 3 top shoots will stay alive, which is what's happening here. And then as the top shoots stay alive, they put more energy into the roots. So you can tell how the plant's recovering because you get a sort of proportionate amount of growth. As the roots gradually improve and strengthen below the soil level, the shoots should strengthen and grow the same amount above the soil level. So if you've seen my guava videos, you'll see that's made a very good recovery now. Now this is looking quite good. I'm quite pleased with the starfruit. It's quite promising. I haven't had to water it once since it's been here, and the soil's still damp. And that's what you've got to be careful of not over watering, because what happens here is obviously by putting a polythene bag over it, it pretty much stops all water loss. And the whole idea of that polythene bag is it gives the plant a microclimate, and it cuts down moisture loss from the stems and the shoots and gives it a more humid atmosphere. And because you shouldn't have to water it at all, so hopefully the roots that are recovering don't get dieback on them. Now I have still got shoots that are yellowing and browning on the tips here, which does suggest that the root system hasn't done much yet, but nevertheless this was just brown twigs, and a month later we've now got plenty of leaf growth on it. So I'm going to leave it in its tent probably for another month, and at that point I'll move it to probably to the middle of August, and we should have some warm weather left for summer, so I'll leave it out. I'll put it outside at that stage and let it have some time outside to hopefully put extra growth on. But I'll have to be very careful because this room only gets a little bit of afternoon sun, and if I put it straight out in the sun I'll probably end up scorching all the new growth. So we'll have to be picky, and also I'll try and I might put it out on days when there's no winds, because these are very fragile with strong new winds. Anyway, that was a quick update on the recovery of my Starfruit or carambola from its bare root treatment, which was done about a month ago. So if you want to have a look back at that video, then by all means do. Thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with anyone you think's interested. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and obviously if you click on the bell you'll get notified of new videos as I put them up. Thanks for watching everybody. Brett out for now.